Hello guys. I don't even use this channel anymore, but you know, this Linux thing has become a long way, and I think that I had to talk about it from experience. Um the thing is, I'm not a Linux hater, and also I'm not a Windows fanboy. I don't give a fuck about my operating system at all. I I hate both right now. We are in a situation where it feels like Windows doesn't work, Linux is not working, and Mac OS is not working either. Like, we don't have something like, I don't know, for example, Android that just works. And here I have some things to say, some key issues, and why Linux has the potential of being the new standard, but it won't be. Like, at least not the way people want it to be. Like, you know. mm, you see here, this picture might be the main issue that Linux has nowadays. I don't think you guys understand, but nobody gives a fuck about anti-cheat, because most people in the world don't even play games. They don't even play League of Legends. Most Windows users don't even play Fortnite. Okay? So why is still on 5%? And there are some issues. This is a Reddit post. I haven't watched it. I just wanted to yap about it, but hear me out. You can't be a standard if you have so many different versions of it that actually aren't not compatible. Like, let me hear. Look at this. Look at this. So you have different ways to install things like AFT, Pacman, and for Red Hat. So first of all, I don't want to talk about Fedora because I think it's kind of like the same. I just don't give a fuck anymore. I just want one type of package installer. Hear me out, because you have different repositories. Hear me out. You have a canonical. So you don't only have different type of package installer, you have different repositories. So for example, you have a ThinkPad, and you're using Arch Linux, but you needed Ubuntu because that thing had the drivers, and those fucking things are closed. And you hear me out. I know there's Linux Mint, but I think I want to go to a point. You see, and you also have different, like, fucking formats to install your fucking shit. Like, at this point, how are you supposed to make a standard when you keep fucking changing those little things, you see. So that was one issue, and I think that, I don't know, man. I don't know. It can be fixed, but it's gonna be like one distro. Maybe you have one distro. You see, like for example, you have this thing. You have this thing on Android, but if you have only a APK, you only have dot APK. You know, you don't have different installers. You can download your own store, but it's the same thing. You see, it's like for example Ubuntu and Mint. It's the same fucking shit. But let me go. Let me go look at this again. Like, what the fuck is this ranking? Can someone explain this fucking shit? Why are you guys hating on some distros? Like, let's see the publication. Let me see. If I can make it in English. I can't. Oh, what? Fuck. Okay. Now we have it. I'm gonna assume here. I'm gonna assume here. I'm a Spanish guy, you know. So, what the fuck? Why is Mint below Arch and why is CatchOS below Arch if they are the same fucking shit? And Ubuntu behind Mint if there's the same fucking shit? And Red Hat below Fedora? I don't know if I can express myself that way, but it's you know, these things are based on each other. Look at these comments. Why is people on Linux hating about the distro? How are you supposed to be a standard if people don't know what to install? And oh my god. I have tried them all, so I don't have that issue, but I'm talking about normal people because I have installed Fedora, Debian, Arch, Linux Mint, Ubuntu, Arch Linux. Okay, so I have tried them all, at least the base. You know, like you have Debian based, Ubuntu based, all that kind of stupid shit. So I have tried them, but like, how are you supposed to make a standard if you don't know? If you don't make an agreement of on what distro is people gonna use? Because if some people does something for Ubuntu, that shit ain't gonna work on Arch. For example, you have that Omarchi fucking thing that customizes your screen but doesn't work on Ubuntu, and on Ubuntu that doesn't work on fucking Arch. Like what the like what the fuck is the problem, man? Like, why can't you guys say like, okay, this is the Linux distro that we're gonna use? For example, why is not everyone using Arch? Why is not everyone using Mint, or why is not everyone using Ubuntu? I know you're gonna come to me and say, but the freedom, you're not gonna make a standard without freedom, because a standard is not based on freedom. That's why Windows is the standard, because it's just Windows. That's why Android is the standard, because it's just Android. You know what I'm getting? So let's look at the definition of what is standard. An establishes norm. Okay? So Agreed. So everyone, if you want, if you want Linux desktop to become standard, you guys need to agree. You hear me out. You need to agree on which distro is gonna be the one. Because the other day I was using a ThinkPad with Linux Mint, and I made some findings on a fingerprint scanner fucking shit. And I was like, okay, I uploaded to GitLabs, but I was like, but those Arch Linux users are gonna benefit from this? Like, if I install Arch, it's gonna work? I don't know. You see where I'm going from? Where I'm going for? So if you don't want, if you, like right now, Windows is the standard. That's right now. How the fuck this is gonna be a standard? If you guys, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna make it a little clearer. See right here. I'm gonna make it. So you have it establishes norm. Where's the norm for people, for normal users? You know, I could say like, okay, everyone install Arch. Okay, fuck it. Everyone install Mint. Who's gonna do it? Who the fuck's gonna do it? They don't even know. Ubuntu is the more user friendly. Okay, but now it's just fucking hated everywhere. Look, hear me out. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. People don't like Canonical, but still is like the most user-friendly distro. But you can say Ubuntu based Mint. Okay, Linux Mint is based on Ubuntu, but okay. But people is making stuff for Arch. You see, like NVIDIA drivers work better on CatchOS than Linux Mint. And hear me out. Like, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna be standard. If you guys don't go like if you put Linux Mint on A tier instead of S tier, nobody's gonna download it. They're gonna download Arch. They're gonna find out it's not the easiest thing out there. Like Debian is also do it yourself, but Linux Mint, for example, you put it on A, nobody's gonna download it. Nobody's gonna download CatchOS. They're gonna find out that it's hard and it doesn't run the games the best because CatchOS is actually the distro that runs better games, and Linux Mint is the distro that is usually like the most user friendly one because it has like an auto updater, it has like a store, it has everything. It's like Windows, so people's not gonna download Linux Mint and don't gonna download CatchOS because they are in A tier and people want the best one, and they're gonna find out that those ones are not user friendly. At least I think that Fedora is kind of user friendly from what I've tried, but it also doesn't have the same commands as Ubuntu. So you're not gonna use sudo apt. You have another fucking package here. You have DNF. So how are the fuck is it gonna become a standard? If you guys don't agree, why don't you make a user-friendly Linux Mint that play games like CatchOS and has the freedom of Arch? Why? Why don't you guys agree on making a distro? You know what? Let's say okay, like Linux community. Let's stop with this. Okay, you should use the distro that you want, and let's start making one distro that works for everyone. Like has the user friendliness of Linux Mint and that works on games like CatchOS and has the freedom of Arch. Why? And maybe you have like options of do it yourself like Debian. Why is people doesn't come to a standard? It's not gonna be standard And if you look at this. Okay, Windows has a 60%. Let me see the percentage right now. Fuck it. So Windows 70% now. Okay, fuck it. I want the numbers, but I was like, okay, so Windows has like 80%, 70%. Mac has like 15, 20%, and Linux is like at 5%, maybe 10 in the best cases. So why is that? Because there's no standard. So the second thing is like it should come. I know you guys hate Windows, but it should come with a pre-install Win apps. Like I don't want to be like, okay, it comes with a virtual machine, something like Proton. It should come pre-installed with Wine and some Proton shit like that runs Windows installers. So people that have a program that only runs on Windows gonna say like, okay, I run it on Linux. I don't care. I don't care about anti-cheat. No, like not every user that has a PC plays Fortnite. It's not that thing. It's not real. Not every user on Windows plays League of Legends. You see, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm gonna. I just point out why it's not the standard because some basic shit establishes norm. You know, like what the fuck? How is it gonna become standard? Well, that was all that I wanted to say. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Do what you want. You know what? Do what the fuck you want. I don't even care anymore. I like Mint and I wanted to use Arch. I like it. It's not that hard to use, but people need to. I think that Popeyes was not that good. I don't know. I don't care. You guys need to fucking agree on something. You know? Fuck it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm fucking saying. Like, you have the kernel, you have it here, you know? You have it here, okay? Build something. Build something, you know? Build the distro. I don't have time, but you guys love Linux. And I'll be happy to install a distro that actually works well. See? You know, I thought that Rust was gonna be higher, but still a fucking 0.3%. You have assembly on the Linux source code? We're gonna check that out. What do you have here? Some A86, x86. No, this is some license shit. Doesn't matter. It's okay if it has licenses. You know, it's time. It's time. It's time to agree. It's time to make a norm. It's time to make a norm because I use Linux. I use on basic stuff. I use it all every time because I need it for Docker. You see, I use it with Docker, so I have it here. You know, I use Windows, but I use Linux on daily, you know, with WSL. So why should I use Windows if I also need Linux? Like, why do I need to install Linux into Windows? It's just fucking stupid because I need to use Docker, and that fucking shit needs Linux because every server is Linux. Why the fuck? Why the fuck do I use Windows still? Like, I know once I have my fucking everything on Linux. Like, there's an agreement, everyone uses it. I don't want 100%. I don't want 100%. I want, like, I don't know, 60%, 50% of people on Linux. That's what I want. You know? Fuck it. I don't care if it's Google Books. I don't care if it's Chromebooks. Because right now, Google came out with this fucking stupid shit. Hear me out. This is what Google announced today. Fucking Google Books. You see me here? These fucking ships are like Chromebooks. Is this thing based on Linux? Can we fucking make something that fucking works? Can we fucking, because I don't know if these Google Books are gonna still use Linux. I guess. I fucking guess. You see, like this fucking shit added like a wiggle, so you wiggle the cursor. What the fucking shit? You wiggle the cursor and it has like an AI. What the fucking shit? I don't care. Do something that works.